Hello, I'm Kyle, and welcome back to Bedtime Verses with Kyle. Just a little poetry to help you get ready for bed. Tonight we're back with one more John Donne before we move on to Ben Jonson. We'll talk about in a little second here. This is called a hymn. A hymn. They're both hymns today. Hymn from John Donne and a hymn to Diana from Ben Jonson. Okay, so Donne's still struggling here at the end of it with forgiveness and sin and all that stuff. Okay. Wilt thou forgive that sin where I begun, which is my sin, though it were done before? Wilt thou forgive those sins through which I run, and do them still, though still I do deplore? When thou hast done, thou hast not done, for I have more. Wilt thou forgive that sin by which I won others to sin, and made my sin their door? Wilt thou forgive that sin which I did shun a year or two, but wallowed in a score? When thou hast done, thou hast not done, for I have more. I have a sin of fear, that when I have spun my last thread, I shall perish on the shore. Swear by thyself that at my death thy sun shall shine as it shines now and heretofore. And having done that, thou hast done, I have no more. I shall perish on the shore. The sun still rise. That's actually very sad that he feels so corrupted, so polluted. In a sense, with a degree of self-absorption that the level of his pollution could somehow make the sun not shine again. I don't understand that. It's a strange thing within these religious matters, that sense of one's experience being so powerful it can shape the universe. I don't know. I find that difficult to follow. It just seems like a bit of an unfortunate mania. I don't know if he came out of it. I'm sure there's an historian out there who can tell me as much, but still, it's a nice piece. It's a nice thought. But it just has so much guilt. Yeah, it's very silly, actually. Poor fellow. Let's move on to Ben Jonson. His dates are roughly 1573 to 1637. He was a contemporary of Shakespeare. He wrote a bunch of plays. I didn't like them as much when I was younger, but I do like them better now. And I think of that age, he's probably one of the better actual poets with like meter and rhyme. No one can touch Shakespeare in terms of like psychological anything or like images per second. Like, it really is quite astonishing. But he's Jonson's pretty solid, and he's very rhetorical. So I do appreciate his craft. Okay, let's get to work on Hymn to Diana. Here we go. So this is it's Diana in Roman, and it is Artemis in Greek. The huntress virgin. Okay. Queen and huntress, chaste and fair, now the sun is laid to sleep, seated in thy silver chair, state in wonted manner keep. Hesperus entreats thy light, goddess excellently bright. Earth, let not thy envious shade dare itself to interpose. Cynthia's shining orb was made, heaven to clear when day did close. Bless us then with wished sight, goddess excellently bright. Lay thy bow of pearl apart, and thy crystal shining quiver. Give unto the flying heart space to breathe, how short soever. Thou that makest a day of night, goddess excellently bright. See, this is nice. He's not trying to be in love with her. He's just describing something. I enjoy this. I find Jonson's a little more, his interests are a little more broad. Great. There you go. So let's Cynthia, or Diana is another name for her, get you to sleep. And that's all we have for today. Thanks again for joining me for Bedtime Verses with Kyle. You can follow me here, subscribe to my YouTube and my website, and there'll be new readings every weekday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night. Sleep tight.